Hello and welcome back to the tutorial. In this video I want to talk about data types in R. Let's start off with a numeric variable y, which we assign the value 5. We can convert this variable to a character with the as.character function. Really, the as dot followed by the data type we can convert into any kind of data type that is appropriate for the value we have. By that I mean that even if, for example, we convert y to a character and print it, we now see it is in quotation marks, we can convert it back to numeric with as.numeric. However, if we really assign a string to a variable such as hi to the variable x and then try to convert it to a numeric, this will not work. We can also assign vectors with this C function here of different data types. Here we assign a numeric vector, which are the number of streams for a track, for example, as well as the artist names, which will be a character vector. The class of the variable is indicated in our global environment. We can see here num for numeric and chr for the characters. Another common data type are factor variables, which are really useful for any kind of categorical data. First, we can just assign a vectors of zeros and ones, and then create a factor variable using this vector we just assigned as input, as well as indicating the levels, in this case zeros and ones, and what the labels of those values are supposed to be. We can see now we have created a factor variable with two levels, not explicit and explicit. Another way of doing this is just creating a vector of character values and then converting it with the as.factor function. Again, we see now we have here 5 different genres of music, and we've created a factor variable with 5 levels. Another data type is a date, which is obviously useful if we work with any kind of time series data. We can convert a vector of dates, which start with the year, followed by a dash, followed by a month, dash, day, with the as.date. Notice here this date is capitalized, and R will know that this is, in fact, a vector of dates. We can also create logical vectors where we just assign a vector of false and trues, where, for example, we want to show if a track has explicit language in it, we can just assign false, false, true, true, and so on. Now, in order to return one of those vectors, we can again just call its name and all the values will be printed. This works for any kind of variables. And in order to show specifically what class of data is saved within a variable name, we can just call the class function, and we can see the release date is date variable and the artist name is a character variable. Thank you very much for watching. This is it for the tutorial.